Hey there, Amir here again with another React challenge that could really give you an edge on your interviews. Today we are going to implement a password generator. So as you can see here in the picture, we have a password generator with a bunch of options. So user can set these options and get a password here. The length of the password is not relevant here, so you can have it for any size of the password. And we can check or uncheck any of these options and get a password based on the selection. And as a bonus, if we go and deselect all of the options, the lowercase option will be selected by default. So if I go and do this, the lowercase will be selected. So in any time, we will always have one option selected. So it's a good time to pause the video and try to resolve the problem by yourself. Otherwise, grab your code editor and get ready to code along. Okay, to speed things up, I have provided the initial JSX. As you can see here, there is a label with an input for each of the options that the user has here. First, let's go here and get the characters for each of these options. So for lowercase, uppercase, and the rest of them. So this can be the lowercase that converted to uppercase, this lowercase, and then to uppercase like this. Then we will have numbers. And we have special characters. I will include a bunch of them. You can provide more if you want. Great, so now we have these options. Next thing is to know which of the options are selected. So I will have a state here called the options, and there will be a set options function here as well. And then we will start with a bunch of options. So to begin with, we will default all of these to be checked. So I will grab all of these and put them down here and say that all of these are true. Great, now we can go and toggle these ones. So all of these can have a checked value that is the options dot, for this one is the lowercase. Same will go for the rest of them. Uppercase, numbers, and for this one it is the special characters. Let's write a function to do the toggle on these ones. So all of these will have an onChange as well, like so. That will call a function. Let's call the function toggle option, like so. And then we need to pass the type that we are changing. So for this one we are changing the numbers. For this one we are changing uppercase. For this one we are changing the lowercase, and there is one left. For this one, we are changing the special here and say the toggle option function will get a type, which is this value that is being passed here, and we need to set one of these options. So we don't go and just update this. We will provide a new object and set to the set options. So we can have a, let's say, updated options object. That is an object that will get all the options that we already have. So these ones, and then it will update the one that is being set. So we would set the type. This type means that in the object provide a key with the value that this type provides. So the type will be whatever this option was, but in reverse. So for example, if uppercase is true and I click the uppercase should be false. So whatever the options of that type was, but in reverse, we need to set it. Let's set the options to be the dated options, like so. Now if we go here, we can do the update, but there is something wrong with the uppercase. Let's go and see. Okay, I have a typo here, so this is uppercase, and the same goes here. Great. Now you can see that I can toggle any of them that I want. But the question has asked us that if all of them are set to false, we need to reset this to true. Okay, so here, before setting the options, we need to see if all of them are false. So we will have a big if here, that if the updated options dot lowercase is false and updated options dot uppercase is false and dot numbers is false and dot special is false. This is special, like so, and it should be false, and also this one, and also this one. So if all of these are false, what should we do? We should grab the updated options and set the lowercase to be true. Great. So if we go here and refresh, let's say we have the special, and when I click here, the lowercase will be set to true again. So now if I go here and do this, it will be reset. Okay, now is the time to generate the password. So let's go here and have a button div, and with some button inside, button that on click will call a function. Let's call it generate password, and let's call it generate, like so, and close the button. Also we can close the div here and have another div for the result, which for now is empty. Okay, we need to write this function. So let's go up here and say this function has no input, it will do something for us. So how can we get the password based on the options that the user has selected? First, we need to merge all the options that the user has selected, and then based on that string, we will create the password. So for example, if user has selected the lowercase and the uppercase, we would have these values and these values in uppercase and have them together. So we would have a string of 26 plus 26, 52 characters, and then pick some random options from that string. So we will have the characters. Now if the options dot lowercase is there, we can add the lowercase values. If the uppercase is there, we would add that. If the numbers are there, and if the specials are there. And here we would have the numbers. This is uppercase, this is again uppercase. Okay, now I have this part. I'm going to create the password. So let's say password is empty string, and for now I will call the length to to be like 16, but we can have a input later on with a custom length for the string. Now for, let's say, I from 0 until it's less than the length. So random index is math.floor of a random number, and this is like this, times the length of these options, sorry, characters. Now this will give us a random number between 0 and the length of the characters. Then we would add the character at that index to the password. So characters at random index. And when the for loop is done, we have the password. So when we want to render it down here, let's say we have a state. So let's say const password, let's say generated, and then set this is a state and empty in the beginning. And when we do this, we just set the generated to the password that we want, and finally here we can just provide the generated. Now I would get 1. Let's go with lowercase. All of them are lowercase, uppercase, with numbers, and lowercase with numbers only special characters, these ones and this one. Okay, so this is working perfect. I hope you have enjoyed the video. If you have any suggestions or comments, please provide it in the comment section down below. And if you like the video, please subscribe to my channel. It will really help me to get motivated and provide more videos in the near future. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.